Good, happy Tuesday evening, October 12, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Tuesday evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Tuesday evening, so let's get started. First up, school bus travels off-road in Plastow with students on board. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
This home heating season, you can rely on Irving Energy to deliver. Our local drivers and technicians
start tonight in Plastow. It happened just before 4 o'clock on Greenow Road. The driver appears to have a medical emergency before driving that bus off the road. There was at least 6 students on board, but no one was seriously hurt. The condition of the driver is unknown at this time. We do have a crew heading to the scene, and we will bring you the latest details as it comes in.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Man arrested in Florida in connection with 2020 killing of Manchester man. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Bentley Chevrolet is your neighborhood dealer who treats you like family. If we don't have it, our 9-state dealer network gives you access to over 30,000 new Chevrolet vehicles.
Bentley Chevrolet. Well, Tom and Monica, the victim in this case, Sakaya Terabati, was first reported missing on March 14th of 2020. His body was discovered in July of that year in Methuen, Massachusetts. Now, the Attorney General's office says the person responsible for Terabati's death, Anderson Pereira, was tracked down last week in Kissimmee, Florida. The 42-year-old was living in Methuen at the time of this murder. He's now charged with first-degree murder as well as with 2 counts of falsification of physical evidence. Pereira will remain in custody down in Florida on those charges while awaiting extradition back here to New Hampshire. The Attorney General's office says Pereira's arrest is the result of an extraordinary effort on the part of several law enforcement agencies.
It provides some measure of closure to the family. Of course, there's no trial and resolution yet, but it does provide them with some information and some closure that a suspect has been arrested for Mr. Terabati's murder.
Right now, it's unclear as to when Pereira will arrive back here to New Hampshire. For now, reporting live in Concord, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Nine more Granite Staters die of COVID-19 while cases and hospitalizations drop slightly. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Stressed? Work it out at Planet Fitness. For just $1 down, get a real workout with tons of equipment and free fitness training. Join today for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 13th.
COVID-19 coverage now. The state just announced 10 new deaths. That's the most reported in one day since February. One of those deaths is from back in September. There are 486 new cases of COVID-19 to report tonight. 40 of them are from a backlog of cases. Current infections are down slightly, and current hospitalizations are now at 140.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Health officials urge Black, Hispanic populations to get flu vaccinations. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
As nurses, our clinical judgment is crucial when facing the evolving healthcare needs of our clients. The new NextGen NCLEX test empowers nurses to make complex decisions for better care. Learn more at nextgennurses.org.
A bad flu year could mean as many as 41 million flu cases and over 700,000 hospitalizations in a system already stretched. Health leaders encouraging the flu shot, especially for people of color.
And when it comes to blacks, when Hispanics, they can be as high as 4 times that of whites, children, black children, 4 times that of whites, of being hospitalized in the ICU or dying from the flu. So it's time to get protected. We can prevent this.
Nashua's public health director points to fear or lack of trust in the healthcare system.
Whether it's the COVID vaccine or flu vaccine or varicella, or anything that we want to promote that'll help protect people's health, there's this caution that you'll see disproportionately in Black and brown populations.
As public health spreads the word that flu shots are now available alongside COVID vaccines, it's also holding listening sessions.
We want to listen. We want people to tell us more. Tell us more about why you don't want to get this vaccine.
And we have community health workers, too, that are out, walking around Greater Nashua and the city of Nashua and talking to people and encouraging them.
Well, it's a process in educating the public that both the flu shot and the COVID vaccine are safe and effective, even to get at the same time, and that as far as the flu shot is concerned, it can be given to children as young as 6 months old. We're live in Portsmouth. Jennifer Crompton, WMUR News Now.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Hillsborough County Attorney cites crushing caseload, lack of resources in response to judge. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
As nurses, our clinical judgment is crucial when facing the evolving healthcare needs of our clients. The new NextGen NCLEX test empowers nurses to make complex decisions for better care. Learn more at nextgennurses.org.
Now, in a court order, Judge William Delker threatened sanctions against the Hillsborough County Attorney's Office that could include fines or a return to supervision of the office by the New Hampshire Attorney General's office. John Coughlin has only been in office since January. He is a former circuit court judge who didn't hold back today, describing the crushing caseload and stunning lack of resources he inherited when elected. The county attorney told the court that Manchester, his office, has a backlog of 1,000 cases right now. County attorneys are carrying 150 cases apiece, and several attorneys quit earlier this year, citing caseloads and frustration over a lack of resources. That exodus meant hundreds of cases had to be transferred to other county attorneys who were already overwhelmed. Coughlin reminded the court that the felonies first policy requiring felony crimes to get priority, he believes it exacerbates caseloads and doesn't give the lower court a chance to resolve a case and keep it off the docket.
There's also an old saying, you go to war with what you have. Not what you wish you had, not what you may have, or what that you will have sometime in the future. It's what you have. And what we were dealt with was all the inherent problems with the county attorney's office. And as you know, unlike the public defender's office, we cannot cap off our caseload.
Judge Delker expressed surprise at the news that county attorneys are tasked with managing their own calendars. The county attorney told the court they got county commission approval to purchase Microsoft 365 earlier this year, but the soonest IT could install that is December.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Gabby Potito died by strangulation. Corner rules. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC7 and why.
We did it again. Verizon has been named America's most reliable network by RootMetrics, and our customers rated us #1 for network quality in America, according to J.D. Power, proving there's only one best network.
Breaking news, we now know what killed Gabby Potito, a coroner revealing that she was strangled. And today we're looking at what the autopsy revealed and how her fiance's family is responding. And good afternoon, I'm David Navarro.
And I'm Liz Jones. The coroner in Wyoming announced that Gabby Potito died by strangulation and that her body had been left in the wilderness for 3 to 4 weeks before it was discovered.
Potito is from Long Island, and her case captivated national attention after her parents reported her missing on September 11th. She vanished on a cross-country trip with her fiancé, Brian Laundrie. He returned to his family's home, Florida, without her, and then disappeared and remains a person of interest in her death.
Long Island reporter Kristen Thorne is live in Blue Point with more details from the coroner's report today. Kristen. Liz and Dave, the coroner would not discuss specifics about the investigation and how he arrived at this conclusion, but says he used many of his investigative techniques, including a full-body CAT scan. The Teton County coroner in a Zoom press conference today would not get into specifics about how he determined Gabby Potito's cause of death. He says he believes Gabby was killed at the end of August.
Our initial determination is the body was in the wilderness for 3 to 4 weeks.
Right during the press conference, Gabby's mother and stepfather arrived at a memorial to their daughter at the entrance to Blue Point. They did not want to speak with reporters. All has been quiet in Northport, Florida. Investigators continue to search for Brian Laundrie in a reserve near Brian's parents' home, but the search has been scaled back significantly. The FBI is leading the investigation into Gabby's murder. They have not released any new information. The Teton County coroner says his job here is done.
We are only tasked with the determination of cause and manner of death. Who committed the homicide is up to law enforcement.
The Laundrie family attorney did issue a statement in response to these autopsy findings. We will talk about that coming up on Eyewitness News at 5.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we're gonna take a look at your weather right now. The weather right now is sunny, 66 degrees. And meteorologist Kevin Scriba says some sun on mild day. With more on that weather forecast, let's go to meteorologist Kevin Scriba with a full weather forecast.
If you're a contractor, Beltate's Building Supply wants to be your first choice for lumber and building products. Our contractor sales team can expedite orders for timely delivery right to your job site with our huge 50-vehicle delivery fleet.
Visit us at beltates.com or any of our 9 locations.
The big news certainly are the milder temperatures as that fog has continued to lift in quite a few areas. Pretty stubborn in spots, eventually going into the 70s with partial sunshine this afternoon. And it looks like we're going to keep temperatures above 70 rolling all the way through the end of the week. Each night will feature some fog when we have the fairer skies out there as we drop back into the 40s to lower 50s later on tonight. Tomorrow, more of the same. Early fog giving way to sunshine. Temperatures in the afternoon will be up into the 70s. Some of that fog will be locally dense in spots and may take a little bit to burn off tomorrow morning. Small chance of a late day shower up north with a weak disturbance moving into Canada out of the Great Lakes. Otherwise, we're back to partial sunshine, upper 60s to mid 70s for highs both Thursday and Friday. We get into the weekend and there will be a front approaching. After all the milder temperatures through the week, this front will have a round of rain with it, and by the time we get there, this will be some beneficial rain. We haven't had it in a while, maybe a half-inch of rain in places. And once it goes by, cooler, drier air comes in out of Canada. The first time in a while, we have the wind out of Canada, which will knock temperatures back. But 70s and anywhere from 10 to 15 degrees above the average for not only the highs, but the overnight lows as well, all the way through Friday and into Saturday. Front comes through with that round of rain late in the day or into Saturday night, and things cool off for the first half of next week.
Okay, there you go on that weather forecast from meteorologist Kevin Scriba. Thank you for that weather forecast, Kevin. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for watching and tuning in. Have a great rest of your evening. See you back here tomorrow for another newscast. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night, goodbye.